Labour Party marching on. Select watch the people them. From the people them say pull up, pull up. Can I sing it back again? Play it back again, them say sing it. Every labor right, Russell. Babsy Green labor right. Christopher labor right. Labour Party marching on. And to Wheatley labor right. Live on to victory. Warmington labor right. Labour Party. Labour Party. Marching on to. What by your song them say? Labour Party marching. Me no hear or no. Marching on to victory.
Hello, chat. Good night. Welcome, guys. Everybody, welcome to a live episode of the War Room. So, yes, we're there again next week. And we have the ladies here. Liz is going to join us tonight as well. And there's no telling how that's going to go, but she's going to join us. I hope you guys are doing well. Guys, if you're new to this channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. So, make we get started. Moderators, on a good night, good night. Moderators, I'm going to be making a request of you tonight, okay? You see, the person who we see over here in the chat or disturb us sometime, I ask you know, to block out that somebody there from out of the chat when they come over here tonight. You hear? Cause me not really want, me can't bother. You know when you're too nice to do certain things. Yeah, just that tonight. So moderators, I hope you don't hear that. But anyway, guys, what go on? I wanna do. Wanna know me have to make sure say me still continue to pay tribute to the great, the revival king, the modern day revival king, Mr. Kukudu. From morning, I be revival music, me I listen to from morning, you know, guys, cause it's just Jamaica is such a small little country, and when you have a talent like Kukudu, it's a big loss. It's a big loss for the revival community. It's a big, I mean, nobody love revival like me. But I love revival music. So it's kind of a big loss, you know? So anyway, that's what that is about. So let me call up. I'm gonna call up the ladies them. I hope you all are doing fine. Let me see. Wally thing that we talk about, guys. Wally thing. You know, should I open with a prayer tonight, though? Yes. Hello, good night. Yes, you're live. Can you call up? Can you call up Karen, please? I don't know if the number you may have working. Yes, you're live. Liz, good night, Liz.
Good night.
Liz, you're live. Say good night to your people, them.
Oh, Ron stayed a long time. I say you're not for sure with me.
Yes.
But, good night, everybody. I want to do. I understand everybody's stock market, so we never need to hear no more from me. Wow.
Liz basically a trouble with guys. Liz a trouble where I say we get bigger now and we bust and gone, so we not look pan her. But me I tell her, I say no, not like that. So for audio check, guys, you know, give me the audio check. Let me know if everything I work, everything plug in. Cause you know things are gonna talk over here so tonight.
Good evening, warriors.
Yes, so boy.
You're a Golden State Warrior player. I'm fan. I soon come back. Let me go see if I can get currency.
All right. Oh, there she is. How for phone that? Karen, your phone a fry. I forgot jump off and jump on back. Yes, one I want to tell Karen to come off and come back on. Loud and clear. All right, tanko. So yes, guys. It's been quite an eventful week, and the NaRRA bill finally passed. The NaRRA bill passed in the House, it passed in the Senate, and there was a lot said. You know, I heard somebody today said it's a good thing that the opposition opposed it and debated it without any logic behind it, without any basis behind it. So that's what we're going to be talking about here tonight, is to see if anybody else can find any logic or any basis to, you know, the NaRRA debate. Um, Let me see.
Michelle phone.
How for
No, it
phone
was
it a go
Karen.
answer? Oh, she jump off? Okay.
Yeah, she have some recognizing. I couldn't hear nothing.
Did you write her and tell her?
She get I'm prepared for our 10th anniversary tomorrow. Tomorrow?
Oh,
Yeah. What the last week of July?
okay.
Tomorrow, she had 10 years in her business success. Oh, we didn't leave her around her shop this evening. Why she for the whole week? She had a magnificent seat. So tomorrow at a big bash.
Yeah, go around there?
Yeah. What do you mean? I'm support the 10th anniversary.
Okay.
But as much as people as I can afford.
Nothing wrong.
Yeah, for only.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think she came back. I just heard her. All right. So Jamaica 411. Hello? I'm wondering if we should try this again. Let me try this again. Technology. Yes. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. Let me see who else can hear, because I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I haven't talked to you since, I don't know. What do you think about the NaRRA bill?
The NaRRA bill?
Yes. Have you been paying attention?
Yep. Why all that things that happen? You know, I must admit, I'm the person who me puts back on the papers. I mean, I said, boy, this government is historical, and the government is the most acronyms. You know, I follow the NaRRA bill thing.
Okay. So Jamaica 411 and good night, Karen. So
I never wondered.
yeah. So Michelle, you went to Parliament and you picked up a hard copy of the NaRRA bill, did you?
Yes, okay. But if you get the Senate, you're not true. Yes,
No, that's okay. I have an electronic copy.
No, it's not a hard copy. I got it by email from the Parliament.
So you had to go to the Parliament to get it emailed to you?
Well, actually, I asked them for it the week before and I didn't get it. So I decided to go in and, well, I was actually trying the printing office, but them said I'm not have it. And I went to Parliament and they said they would send it to me. So what I have actually is the original one, the one that the Prime Minister tabled, not the one with the amendments.
Okay.
I guess I have to put it from the Senate now because them passed it.
So what did you learn from reading it? It's 26 pages.
Actually, it's 20 pages. 20 pages.
20 pages. Okay. And that's without the amendment, you say?
Right. And the amendment, I don't think is all that much. They take out this and then put in that and one word here and here and so.
Okay.
And what the excitement really is about, well, they brought up many when I look at the Senate, that is led by Jackson Smith and Donna Stark Martin. When you look at the Parliament, when you come on independence as Prime Minister,
Hold on there. Your phone not too I don't know if the other ladies are hearing what I'm hearing, but your phone, sound too good.
Nice. I think it's time. Let me move you into it.
All right, Karen, you go ahead and talk. I could say for your phone.
Talk about what we're talking about now.
The NaRRA bill.
Because I'm driving. The NaRRA bill. I have not read it. I have not read it yet. I have not read anything. I've not been watching anything. I watched a little bit of the Senate yesterday. But I have not read it. But I have a pretty good idea. About what it is. But I still want to get some I haven't known any pass.
Okay.
I saw Arvin Hill for the first time since he has been a minister actually say something that makes sense. And I saw it.
So according to Lambert Brown, Jamaica don't need NaRRA. You agree with him?
Well, Lambert Brown, people must have taken. Nobody will take Lambert Brown seriously. Lambert Brown used to be a serious what I'm calling now, union man. But ever since him have to actually bend down and kiss Mark, he has lost all sense and purpose. I don't listen to Lambert Brown, But Lambert Brown really echoing what the opposition is echoing. All of them is echoing the same thing. They have nothing to offer. So therefore the whole thing is to say are those things, we don't need it, and it this and it that. So I don't know if I should follow them. I am alone. I thought that foolishness. No, I don't know. I don't know if Michelle. I don't know if that you want to go into the middle of the bill. Yeah, but the conversation. All right, let me come out there. All right, go ahead. No, man, go ahead. I'm done. All right. So what I was saying essentially is that the Parliament, when you look at the behavior of the opposition in Parliament, and you look at the Senate, it was a breath of fresh air.
Wow.
Everybody in the Senate was sitting quiet except Lambert Brown.
Mighty God. You take out the words out of my mouth, Are the same thing me saying,
In just a chat. They were all disciplined. Everybody was listening. Nobody was on them phone. Nobody now pick out nothing out of them teeth. Nobody now have nothing in their ears. Nobody chatting. When the speakers were speaking, all of them on both sides were listening to the other speaker.
Intently.
And that is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. And then, when the opposition got up to speak, they were talking the party line, naturally. But when they were asked to, when they were going clause by clause through the bill, they were actually making proposals for the changes that reflected what the opposition want to see in the bill. I wonder if you understand this. So they want to see something about, I think Lambert Brown was the one that said that. He had an amendment, and he said that the amendment should remove the Prime Minister setting up a committee and wanted the committee to change the board. That was them trying to, having made them, them debate what they debated.
Mm-hmm.
Now them trying to have put into the bill what they think should be. Right? So that was constructive. And there's another thing that is going to shock everybody. Not one member of the opposition voted against the bill. That's the Senate.
Hold on, back up.
That's the Senate. And we must not. Yes. Yes, but hold on, Karen. In the Senate, when the opposition proposed something for the bill, they vote aye, and the JLP said no. So of course it never carried. Right? But whenever it is that them put in a clause, even if they disagreed by what they were saying, and the president said, I put clause such and such. Those in favor, you hear the JLP say aye. Those against, you don't hear a sound coming out of the PMP bench. In the Parliament, it was a different story altogether. They were actually voting against the bill and the clauses in the bill.
You see, this is why it is so important to go up on the road and express all of this to the Jamaican people, because Somebody asked me, say, which PMP voted for the bill. None of them don't vote for it.
No, they vote in the parliament where had the MPs in the House of Representatives. The whole of them voted against it. There was 27 of them inside. I don't know who was missing, and them all voted against it.
So what does this mean? What does this mean now?
What it means is when you look at the House of Representatives, where Mark Golding sits down as the opposition leader, right? The behavior that you're seeing inside there, he must be the one that sanctioned it.
You mean Angela behavior? Angela behavior or just the general disrespect and stuff?
No, all of them. You understand the behavior? The speaker is speaking to them, they have a big conversation, like that little rude pick to them. You see them put down some little don't spit them and they're rude. And then disrupted another class. They just take them and put them in a particular class. They're not learning.
Delinquent.
Exactly. And you have a teacher, every minute them have to change teachers because all the fit them behavior. I saw them behave. When you look in the Senate, Donald Scott Martley has full control. And clearly, it must have been a consensus amongst them that they were not going to vote against the bill. So they broke ranks with the PNP and the House of Representatives. I'm not going to what him talk about.
Right. So what you're saying, the upper house, 8 senators did not, including Lambert, voted voted for. They voted for the NaRRA bill. You're saying that is what you're saying.
I never said that. I said they did not vote. And listen to the language that we use. And I use specific language.
You just 5 seconds ago said they broke ranks.
You said they broke ranks. I said they did not vote against it. And I gave an example. When he said he's putting clause so and so, all in favor, the JLP said aye, all against, not a word out of the PMP. And that was not what was happening in the other house. No, I'm not saying, I'm just talking about the discipline of the senators that is led by Donald Scott Martley. The fact that everybody is listening, nobody not upon their phone, nobody talking to one another, them listening to what everybody is saying. Labour Party, listen to PMP, PMP listen to Labour Party. Every now and then you hear a little bar now and then, but them listening.
So in other words, the discussion and the debate was more constructive in the Senate.
And the discipline is there because of the leader, and it must have something to do with the leader that is leading them in the house.
Well, on the now.
Let me ask the question again. So let me ask the question. Are you saying, one, that the upper house, the 8 senators from the opposition, they vote aye? 1 or 2, did they all abstain from voting? Which is it? You said you heard no sound when this president of the Senate asked those in favor, the 13 opposition.
I'm not going to repeat myself because I think what I said was very clear and I gave example twice. I'm not going to repeat myself.
So you're saying that it
don't matter whether they abstain or not. They just did not vote against it. They did not. Nobody heard them word coming out saying no.
So how can you conclude that they did not vote against it because you didn't hear a sound? I'm just trying to understand what you're saying, you know.
All right. Liz, make we leave that part there. Make we leave that part there. Well, on the now.
Well, Natalee, let me just make it clear. If the speaker or the president asks, aye, and you say those against, and nobody says anything, you may call it an abstention, but that was not what was going on in the other house. What was going on in the House of Representatives? They were saying no.
The House of Representatives comprised of this lower house, the Parliament, the MPs, and the upper house, the Senate. That's the House of Representatives. But what I'm trying to get, you are indicating that there's a break in ranks between the upper house, the 8 members of the opposition, and the 28 members of the lower house. You are indicating that because when the president of the Senate, the president of the upper house asks the question, those in favor, all 13 government senators voted aye.
Well,
then the 8 was silent. then you use that to say that they did not vote against the bill.
All
I am
right.
asking the question, are you indicating by that statement that there is now a break? Because if you are, I am going to be happy, but I want to get it clarified. Are you saying that the 8th opposition leader silence meant that they voted for the bill, they abstained, and there is now a break in ranks between the lower house and the upper house in the situation of the opposition? That's simple what I'm asking.
No, I don't need to answer that. Continue, Natalee.
Can you just answer her in one sentence, and then I will move on.
I don't need to answer. If in the lower house they were voting no against the bill, and in the upper house they were abstaining, if you put it that way. That's
somebody in the chat said abstaining is a no vote.
No, but it's not the same. It's not the same. And if anybody can answer that, I don't know what you will see. It's not the same.
Technically, it's not the same.
I suspect that what could be happening, and this is just me speculating, is that maybe, I don't know what public sentiment is out there, but maybe they took the decision, don't vote again. Because remember, we are out there saying that certain members of parliament voted against this bill, especially the one in the areas that were affected.
Yeah.
Maybe they took the decision, just don't vote against it, just don't say nothing. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah.
But Anna, everybody, let me tell you something. You see, the people who would have voted against this, them know that there's going to be consequences. Me not have to ask nobody that. Once them constituents find out there's going to be consequences. So the person will say a no vote, an abstinence of voting is a no vote. Technically, it's not. So
it's not.
If
it is.
Liz, how is it a no vote?
Because you abstain from voting.
No, but no, it's no. What's wrong with the woman? No, it's no. When they did the divide against the third reading of the bill, the third reading, which is what we make it now pass in the lower house. Mark Wallen asked for a divide. I don't know why he did it. And then you could barely hear from people and from him side, talk. You hear him, Mikhail, and you maybe 15 of them was there. But it's only at the end of the count when Juliet, the speaker, said that there was 31 ayes and 15 noes. Not one of them abstained.
Well, let me put it like this. You see the people that were abstain, them in as much trouble as those who voted no. Can we just say that then?
No, because they are senators. Nobody not vote for them.
It no matter. It will come down on them party.
No. If you look at the way they were conducting themselves in the Senate, they were participating. They were trying to get
me not a problem with that. I think that's a wonderful thing. And I observed that too. And I'm glad you did.
They were trying to get the opposition's position included in the bill and so on. But they were not against the bill and just never voted yes.
Mm-hmm.
They just said nothing. So they abstained, if you want to look at it that way. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were actually when they were asked for amendments.
Well, on there. Karen needs to mute her thing.
So they were actually given points, to amend the bill.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they also understood, even if some of the things that them say really don't make no sense. No matter, at least they were saying, amend this and take out that and put in this. Angela Brownberg never knew how, and Russell never knew how. They were giving statements and asking questions, and of course, that is not how you ask for an amendment. You have to say, shifting of B and C and putting this, and you have to rewrite this and so on. But these senators knew. I was so impressed with them. It's not funny.
There's more maturity in the Senate, but also I don't know how to feel about this, but the president of the Senate were in there. Me not think nobody ever try them something they like what they do in a house.
Oh, man, then what to stop them? Oh, there were a riot last year when Bunting was here. Bunting was about the leader. Bunting was about the leader of the Senate. Leader of opposition. This is the Senate. A pure war inside it.
About you know say a Bunting are the demon and everything though.
Donna Scott's a different person.
Talking about Donna Scott.
Our people was so disciplined and listening.
Hold on a minute.
Right? When people behave like unruly picnic.
Hold on a minute. Talking about Donna Scott. Donna Scott supposed to now explain how she feels now that after all them things that we should talk about the Cuban doctors them at this point in time turn around and accepted the new contract with the government. How she supposed to feel now? Over 40 Cuban doctors did that. Because she come out with a campaign against the government and said the government did do this and do that. But even me surprised by what they did.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Princess might know about that. You know about that, Princess?
How you feel about that, Liz? The doctors them were to return to Cuba who decided to stay in Jamaica and accept the contract with the Jamaica government.
Because the government is wrong. I was wrong. Still is wrong.
But what?
To have take on the advice from Marco Rubio to remove the Cuban doctors from our health system, and Donna Scott spoke out against the decision they made, and eventually they
we're not Iran, you're not Princess. We're not Iran.
Eventually the government realized, for example, the eye program would affect some.
No, Liz, nobody come with the storytelling. No go at all. The government. No, well, nobody never hold the people them hostage and say them for stay. The 40 odd people them, they voluntarily. The government.
I am not.
Well, Liz. No, me know where you go. Me know where you go with that.
No, you don't. You don't, because you start misinterpreting already. It's the same thing with the argument about the Senate and the opposition voting. I am simply saying the government sent to the government. In fact, let me leave that alone, because you know,
murder. Liz, hold on, Liz, you can't come to go like you want trick over here, you know. Let me tell you.
No, me not trick nobody.
Wait, no.
The government said the government is taking orders, and I am going to be devil's advocate. NaRRA is not a JLP government bill either. It is a payment for what is coming and possible, the possibilities, because I don't want to say.
No, Liz, you can't come over here with the disinformation. You know, Liz.
Disinformation?
Liz, yes, it's disinformation.
For what is that mean? For what? You're listening to your president? You know him say?
No, we're not talking about American politics and all.
You know what him say yesterday? Him get him ass broke. him get embarrassed in the Middle East. You know what I'm saying yesterday on the plane when I go back I think that Cuba is next. My question is, I'm going to be devil's advocate.
People.
Those 20.
People. Wait, no, Liz, me have to tell the people them say they live for Cuba one night. So them know.
I was a student for a year. Is that statement saying to us that we can now go and launch it from Florida, from the Freedom Shores again?
Liz, no, Liz. All right, Liz, you have to stop right there. So you have to take a joke too far now.
You're not living in the real world.
Then I wish world me living in.
The man said Cuba is next.
No, are you not living in the real world? Wait, no, Liz, are you not living in the real world because you come over here now?
We live in the real world.
Well, I
know where the NaRRA come from too.
Well, I know you're coming with conspiracy theory. You don't have no evidence. Karen, turn on the mic, Karen. Karen, turn on the mic and come fix this, because Liz, me can't believe say you really come over here with a conspiracy. Me think the PNP them and the risers them. Me think you risers them did bad, but where
No,
come
believe me.
about? Where's NaRRA no JLP bill, so who for bill America bill then? Liz, you think say over here saw some puppy show program? No, nobody come over here with them something there.
Conspiracy.
No conspiracy. Are you and PNP alone are come against the NaRRA bill? You don't notice the rest of Jamaica now come against it, you know?
No, sir. What is the NaRRA bill?
Liz, we can't bother for going at that. The NaRRA bill pass. You need to start watch your TV.
Yeah.
Because you lock off your TV.
NaRRA? I am watching my TV. I am even yesterday. I was sitting on my veranda and I see a helicopter drill. I passed over old Mullines garden. I say, Ross, then I'm from yesterday, the launch will take place against Cuba. I'm sure him now go from Miami or Florida this time. Box like 20 Black Hawk flying last year.
Karen. Yes, when Liz come around there tomorrow, the people up at Bellevue say them not pick up people. But them say you can't use the community health. You can't use the community health center. May I beg you drive Liz go around there, please and thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
Cause what is this?
Make sure say you
every person in this country have them right to all a badass opinion. Nobody can stop anybody from a badass opinion. And everybody's entitled to that opinion. Yeah. And Princess live in a delusional state of mind most of the time. So
yeah, man.
Leave her alone to live in that
so you can't get so much to come around there tomorrow.
Yeah, man. They will not get
ice cream.
Ice cream?
Yeah.
No, sir.
So I want to know.
Where is Madura? Where's Madura?
Liz, hold on there. Liz, it look like say
President of Venezuela.
Wait, no, Liz. It look like say from the risers.
Madura?
Wait, no, man. It look like from the risers then kill the PNP. I'm mad.
Where is Madura? President Madura.
Where's the princess? Where's the princess need some therapy too?
Liz need one jukebox therapy.
Answer the question.
Nobody's talking about Madura.
It is important. It is important.
Who's talking about? Who's talking about that? You?
No,
who's talking about that? Okay, we're going to try the world. No, we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it.
No.
All right, Liz.
1 million Cuban March Thursday. I said, day before the sun. And me know say, our country, I'm going to get involved. You know now.
All right, Liz, here what? A different something we are talking about over here tonight because you know the on our page. I remember so we have people over here come over here for come listen to serious things. Because we can't work with delusion. But Liz, let me tell you something. You say if you want back PNP.
Princess, this is a place of discussion now. So come on, don't know come on for that, man. People don't understand that. So come on for that, man. Go ahead, Natalee.
Yeah. So what may I say to you now, Liz, is that here what we love you. We love when you come over here, but you see, me know I know you alone in a whole heap of comrade. Something wrong with them from Mark Gold and them take over them party. So one can do the whole one can get together and go protest on them, you know. Pa Mark them.
Mark work with Andrew and the Americans. Donald Trump around Jamaica. What is NaRRA? When a big God say,
Liz, make we talk. Make we talk. You go listen. You go finish listening for the rest of the night. Cause we want to talk about serious sitting.
Yeah, man, that's true.
All right. So, Lord Jesus. So, Karen, what you think now about the PNP right now? They must accept the fact that NaRRA was passed in the House and passed in the Senate. So at this point in time, what do you think is going to be their plan B? Because the plan A was to sabotage and, put doom and gloom over it, and that did not work. What that earned them was Angela Brownberg getting embarrassed and kicked out of the house and all sort of something. So what them plan B now? Because them have to go continue to convince the Jamaican people that NaRRA is bad.
They're going to have a hell of a time because they will have to go convince. First of all, by the time we don't tell the people that voted for them that they have voted against their best interest. I don't know what else they can come up with. When I look at Nikhil Phillips, since his name came up in the discussion, when I look at Northwest Manchester with about 4 or 5 closed community centers, unused, bush up, empty, not being used for anything. It's just that crossed my mind. When I saw them doing the thing in Parliament, that one thing crossed my mind: the amount of community centers that are unused and bush up and just mad people living in them in a Michael Phillips constituency. The thing I'm going to ask Northwest when I go back down there, not going down there, is to tell me all those PAP people that was talking about the community centers. They need to explain to us, or Michael need to explain to them how him vote against their best interest or their best possibility of getting those community centers reopened and refurbished and up and running.
So now go down there for sure.
No, man, I go everywhere, man. I go everywhere, man. But I just don't move it. But I'm going everywhere, man. But that's one of the first places I'm going. Because in Northwest Manchester, there are so many community centers that are unused. And it was Labour who was pointing them out. It was PMP. Boy, it's a Phillips who open it. If you open this up there, place now used, nobody now keep no meeting in there. It have no light in there. And now I'm going to explain, because we are going to have to force them to explain to their constituents in the NaRRA bill. The NaRRA bill don't talk about constituencies or divisions. The NaRRA bills talk about areas. Oh, listen to me. It's a symbol of simplicity. Areas. And as far as I am understanding it, whether it be a church or the NaRRA authority or whoever it is going to suggest project, I don't know if they, I don't know yet, but if Michelle don't read, I can tell us. If there are any provisions in that bill where communities can say, we want to fix up the 3 community center. And can Princess put your phone on mute now, please? We want to fix up them 3 community center here. We want to make sure we can keep beating one. We want to make sure so we can start a literacy class in the other. We want to make sure that we can start a skills training thing in the other, and them can submit that. We have to remind them in very serious way that your member of parliament voted against it. And by voting against it, it means that your member of parliament is telling the Jamaican government that Field constituency don't need nothing.
You know what I want to do tonight? I want to give a little shout out to Westmoreland people, because you know me, I get to understand. The people in Westmoreland have put a piece of pressure on the MP them down there. They want a road.
They can blend under serious pressure, man.
Them a ball for road, them a ball for every manner of everything them a ball for. So me see ear and ears.
But hold on, Natalee. It never get nothing now. Them MP voted against the NaRRA bill.
Okay.
Them MP, by casting that vote, is clearly stating that my people in the East and Westmoreland don't need nothing.
No, but hold on, no. Me see Ian Eels come out in one video. I beg, I say.
Nice in the background.
Me see Ian.
Princess, if it's you in the background, you put yeah, go on to my ear.
Me see Ian Hills come out. Him said, "Do please, him a beg the government for give him some money, make him fix the road." Me say, "This will not come to down here."
And the government must tell Ian Hills, must tell Ian Hills to go jump off the gully. Because him go down there. But the government don't give MP money for fix road. That's the first thing.
Yes, that's true.
But if the road want fix, it is ENA's responsibility to submit the road to be fixed.
Hold on the car, make a play it for no. Hold on.
As we speak now. What's up, guys? Check out the video. Check it out. We're gonna find some money, give it down here for fix some of the road them now. We can't continue like this anymore. we can't continue. We go to river, we swim a river, and we have to swim. No mind sharp, we soon start swim in the middle of the roadway as we speak now. In the parish of Westmoreland, we are known to have some of the most beautiful rivers across the country. We have a lot of rivers here in Westmoreland. But in the middle of the roadway, as we speak, there's a lot of riverbed because we have not been able to receive funds from government to fix the potholes in Westmoreland. And they're not potholes anymore. They're riverbed right across the length and breadth of Western Westmoreland and the parish of Westmoreland. Though, we're not find some money give it down here to fix some of the road them now. We can't continue like this anymore. We can't continue. We go to river, we swim a river, and we have to swim. No mind sharp, we soon start swim in the middle of the roadway as we speak now. Yes.
Lord God, he said, do, he might beg the government, you will come on if you fix it.
No, it's a ploy. It's a ploy.
No, sir.
It's a political ploy. It is a political argument. No, it's a political argument that all of them have. The most famous one that have it about the argument is Nikisha Burchell. We are looking Mike in front of her. And the roads of Sunset James, and we're asking the government and we appeal the government. But here this Sunset James and here this Western Westmoreland. These people campaigned on these very issues. They told you when them asked you to vote for you that your road not fixed for the last 18 years from 1962. And if you elect them, they're not going to fix your road. Those were arguments they were making to the voters. So how it become government responsibility now for to fix them road? I mean, we know how it works, but how them doing it, both all of them, particularly Ian Ears and Nikisha Burchell, that false body, false face girl, them two in particular, talking about government for fix people road. And them do it because them feel the voters are idiot and they forget that them go to the voters and say to the voters, say, no matter fix the road. Look for when have this man down here. Make we fix the road. Elect me. Let me fix the road. Elect me. Elect me. And I will solve all your problems. But to add to that, let's stick to the argument, the current argument, because this is the place that them going to fall in them pothole or ears are talk about. I mean, literally. Them vote against a bill that the Jamaican government has put forward that to help communities and areas, I use the word areas, and they went in there and they said, no, we now vote for this. Ian said, no, we don't want a pothole to keep, for fix, so we now vote for it. Ian vote against those potholes. And the people of Western Westmoreland must know that. So vote against the pothole being fixed. So every time you open your mouth, them to fling some of the dirty water upon them.
All them some of the people them for know. The people them for know.
I understand. The people of Southwest St. Andrew, those who do support Angela Brownberg, who constantly call us, your people, Natalee, and some of my people, constantly call that the old wicked witch woman there. So how should we expect us? No, I tell what people say. And it's not just one little group. Or 2 or 3 of them by the phone every time them call. And you know, if them three, if my experience in politics and them kind of argument, the word about it is that if 3 people are talking about it, the next day it will be 9. And the next day it will be 18. You know? And then I say, but she got in the parliament, she make peer worries, she don't want to follow the rules and then she vote against something. So what we ever get? That's all them ask. What we ever get, she make worries, they make them put her out, and she just make worries that are now percent, so and then they vote against the men. So what we ever get? They should vote against NaRRA, you know, or she vote against the bill. They should vote against something. So what we ever get?
So you wanna have to go walk and explain the something. Hey, don't stop.
No. You have to understand, you know. Voters, as sophisticated as they are in their analysis of how to vote, they are also very simplistic in how them point out things.
Sure.
Because if you because when you say we say the NaRRA, but yeah, man, if we attack, she vote against the something. I say, I mean the NaRRA bill. They say yes, if we attack. So what we ever get? Oh, we're gonna get something.
Yes, so when you go up on the road, make sure so on a phone charge, because more want to know if you interview the people them and tell the people them and see the people them reaction. See the people them reaction when you not tell them say the people them vote against them. Ask them and see what their reaction are gonna be. Cause Jamaica not full of mad people.
No, Jamaica not full of mad people. When people get to understand, when the people of South St. Andrew don't have jungle, when I remind them, and as I will remind them in days to come, weeks to come, constantly remind them that the Prime Minister fixed Constituent Drive.
Okay.
And NaRRA never passed. And NaRRA never passed yet. And Mark set up Dayton Campbell, Angela Bromberg, and everybody to beat down NaRRA. Kind of want to fix some more road in a South St. Andrew. How never going to explain that to people?
And fix their school and then.
Them school, them community center, to put up a sign to renovate a little place where them used to keep meeting. I one place in the South St. Andrew. And one of the places, the last social work program I did at UA, we were there was a group, the classes split up in groups, and my groups, our focus community was South St. Andrew. All that night we down there. In the place I meet the people in the various organizations and other organizations down here.
Yes.
And the people. It's the most dilapidated community. We talk about empty land, garbage. When you talk about bush. So when we explain to these people that make them know say Mark vote against the thing, we're supposed to chop up the bush and make sure people can get the piece of land to build something. But how do I explain it to people?
Karen, were you aware? Because I found this out this evening. Were you aware that the last time Portia ran an election in the constituency, Portia got over 10,000 votes. Say about 2,000 votes. Angela lose from them time there,
Yeah, she had been losing vote both in the by-election and the previous elections after that.
Yeah,
but this particular election, she got a little over 8,000. But she got that because she had Mr. Maduro 10 million US.
Yeah, but Portia got almost 11,000, so she's still short.
Yeah, well, she will never get that because she's not Portia. But I'm saying, had she not gotten Mr. Maduro 10 million US dollar, when I'm panic, had she not spent some of that down there, she would not have gotten that 8,000 vote. She spent the money down there, not no like. Cause I know them still look for change out US dollar. How much Maduro money them have. But she spent some. And people get money for go vote, which is what gave her that 8,000. And they went all out, which is why they're mad in. Them very, they said I'm mad, but they said they're mad in. They're mad in. Them are mad because them spent so much money and was all up into themselves that them have this pot. They were turn government.
But wait, you ever look on it that way, Karen? Remember? When the Rise United faction of the PNP rose against the party had 31 seats, don't it? Them come now say Mark Golding must stay there, and Mark Golding did a good job because he bring the party from 14 to 28. Why they couldn't get back PNP 31 seats?
Well, them keep Mark Golding. And the powers that be at the top of the hours, them keep Mark Golding because the top of the hours, them need somebody to speak for them. And them want somebody who will speak for them that looks like them and think like them and worship like them and be like them. So they wouldn't want Peter Bunting speak for them because most of them don't like Peter Bunting. 90% of the top of the hours, them don't like Peter Bunting. And none of them wanted to see him back in Parliament. And if the top of the hours in this country had anything to do with it, I could have cast a vote for that. That tell the Peter Bunting would not be in Parliament the way they hate him. But they want Mark to stay. Because they're not going to give them money to Dayton Campbell. They're not give them money to when they goat man.
Damian.
They're not give them money to the people. They want Mark Golding to stay. Because with Mark Golding, they have a level of status thing and Madeline can continue to use the other 28 clowns, because there are 28 clowns in the parliament, and there are other 28 clowns outside calling themselves civil society, and them can mobilize all of them for chat shit every day after week and put it on the front page of Natalee newspaper that is now being printed in white paper.
Now that you mentioned Damien Crawford, what do you think about Damien, the way he was running and grinning when Angela go up there, go lift up the mace?
Why?
Me never expect that from him.
I expect no man. I have absolutely no expectation of them. You're not gonna expect that. I have no expectation. But where him talk, like education is the key to every social ill in this country. The way he speaks, as if you have education, certain things will escape you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are fully educated, your behavior will be different. And him fully educated, and look at him. Look at him.
Lord
fully educated, preaching education and behaving like the dunces boy in the class. The opposition, somebody was pointing out to me that the 28 of them is like the dunces picking them in the school and they pack up in one class. And them the dunce picking them now pay attention to nothing. Or when the speaker talk, does him have something in their ears, everybody depend them forward, them turn them back. Listen to me, man. I'm coming on Tuesday and only hear more about all of this.
This is bad. Last night,
the NaRRA thing, Natalee. This is the gist of it. You know, the voters who voted for them must know that they voted against the bill. Princess and our PNP people, Princess Road is one of the worst road on this side of Mullines Road. And she must know that even if she could make an argument and go to NaRRA and ask them to fix our road fair, she must know that our member of parliament voted against it. It voted against it. If they want the road fixed.
My road is a parochial road. The councillor for the division is a JLP councillor, Beverly Prince. 7 terms as councillor.
Your member of parliament is a PNP who voted against the bill.
Again, I'm asking the question. Now that you're on in full, what is NaRRA?
I have no idea.
Liz,
I have no idea.
Wait, no, Liz, let me tell you what NaRRA is. Let me tell you what NaRRA is.
You're lucky you answer. Yeah, you should not answer. We don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Liz, NaRRA to fix your infrastructure, your school, your road.
But I know this. Well, Natalee, I don't know what it is, but I know this. I know that the 28 clowns in the parliament voted against a bill that can provide serious improvement in infrastructure in everybody's area, and they vote against it. That I know.
And I saw you have to tell the people them. I saw you have to tell the people them.
Is because you have your preconceived delusional ideas already as to what NaRRA is. And I don't even know why Natalee have you on the program. Because me already said me not sit up on a program with you.
Jesus.
Because you're HBS there.
Guy, not hello, Jesus. War room.
You're not a logical person. You're not a logical individual.
The three of you are pro-government.
So Liz, you're going to call with Labour right now.
We are talking about discussion. What I can't manage, and I've seen it long before, is delusion. I can't manage delusion. I can't manage conspiracy theories.
And it's round, and simply ask question. Okay, let me ask it from another, because it starts out the misconception that was presented.
We're not answering that question.
Hold on. Ivan came. DJ was prime minister.
Michelle attack.
You see,
guys, not because of war room, you know. Too much war in the war room. On the stop, man. Well, I know. We are not Liz, hold on, Liz. Oh, you come to about 3 can manage one and me no in the war.
Because she is under delusion.
Who
So-
is funding NaRRA? Because when Ivan came, Mr. Patterson's Prime Minister sitting beside the excellent Barbara Carby, had them allowed to do their job, develop a company called NRC. Danville Walker, the same night, was announced as the person who head NRC. What was NRC's job? National Reconstruction. He went to Portland Cottage, and those people who suffered from the Hurricane Ivan, that was the first set of houses built, and then he went to the other parish. National Reconstruction.
Hold on there, Liz,
Hold
hold on. Hold on.
Why is so much
hold
money
on,
and power concentrated in
Liz,
the hand of Andrew Holness?
Liz.
Who is funding NaRRA?
All right, Liz, let me answer your question. First of all, Liz, you see when time Ivan come, me go tell you what Danny Book tell the Jamaican people. Come in and know which OC I talk about build. PNP no build no OC people them in Ivan, you know.
No, she want to know what is NaRRA.
Me go tell her, hold on, you know. Me go tell her.
And who is funding NaRRA?
Construction Commission was set up by.
She want to know what is NaRRA. Who is funding NaRRA?
Rise as them appeal, Liz. Rise as them appeal.
She want to know who is funding
Murder.
who is funding NaRRA. She wants to know what is NaRRA and who is funding NaRRA. Nobody in Portland Cottage got anything.
What I know,
Nobody in Portland Cottage.
guys. What I know,
Was rebuilt in Portland
Liz, hold
No
on.
home was rebuilt in Portland Cottage.
Liz.
Not even one.
Danville
Not
was made head of the National Reconstruction Commission that PJ
Yeah.
Prime Minister Patterson with Barbara Carby had them allowed to do their job. Melissa,
Liz,
the strongest
Lord God, Liz,
ever.
no, Liz, stop in eyes now, no make somebody else talk.
Leave her, man. No, man. Let she talk, man. Let she go out there and come again, man. She wants to know what is NaRRA.
You're hearing about community center and road. What the hell is NaRRA? Who is financing NaRRA and why is NaRRA being financed?
All right, Liz, hold on. You talk about 50 times.
Those are serious questions.
The
Those are
year.
serious questions.
I'm never
What is
answered.
NaRRA? Who is financing NaRRA?
Karen, we no man, me tell her, Liz, first of all,
Serious questions.
for information purpose, Liz, PNP did not build one house in Ivan, and Danny Buck told Jamaica that the government
Where
of
you get that from?
well, on
Where you get that from?
Liz, stop on
They
Liz,
rebuilt-
Lord have mercy.
They rebuilt the beach.
Liz.
The name of the fisherman them there. They rebuilt
Liz.
homes that was damaged. You can't tell me not.
Liz, please, Liz, I am being very patient with you. I am being very patient
She
with
said
you.
something. No, she said something, but she don't want you come with your argument. She has to argue that you want to leave it.
Liz, if you interrupt me again, me go cuss. Don't do that. Me make you talk.
She said something, she don't want to respond. She said something, she don't want to respond.
All right. I would attack. Hold on, give me a second. Danny Buck told Jamaica in Ivan say the government is not an insurer of buildings. Therefore, the local money them for the recovery is not to build back nobody house, it's to help people to repair. So all was done, look a bit of people get repair. Nobody not get no house building. So nobody can spread no disinformation over here. The other thing is, because we are gonna find out which riser pay you know. You see, the next thing is riser. Wanna make a chant panana, riser. Why? We are now. Liz, let me finish tell you. No, where the hell are money come? Where you say? Where you say?
Reconstruction Commission. Danville Walker.
All right, hold on. Let me answer another question. Liz, wait now. Me go answer what is NaRRA now. All right, let me tell you what is NaRRA now. All right, Liz. Liz, let me tell you what is NaRRA.
It's a whole heap of money.
Liz.
And it concentrated in a one person and I labor right there on the road of all murder.
Liz, stop front your life on the labor right them. Hold on, you know. Liz, let me tell you what is NaRRA now. Hold on, you know. Let me tell you what is NaRRA now. Let me tell you what is NaRRA. NaRRA.
What is NaRRA?
All right, tapping I say you can't hear now. NaRRA now is the reconstruction program that is supposed to deal with the infrastructure after the Melissa aftermath and also to deal with other infrastructure issues in Jamaica. When we talk about infrastructure, we're talking about, Liz, we're talking about your roads, we're talking about your schools, and we're talking about your hospital. Whole heap of damages happen in the disaster areas. You heard that certain hospitals are going to be rebuilt. But look here, the main thing with NaRRA is that we want the reconstruction and redevelopment to be expedited. Means say we get a natural disaster, we're gonna respond accordingly. So when I go bother with the EPA bureaucracy because slow down and delay the people in reconstruction and the people in progress. Now, Liz.
Who is financing NaRRA?
No, make we tell you who is financing NaRRA now. Jesus have mercy.
Jesus help us. People have a listen, man. Let the people hear no man.
Michelle, tell her who finance NaRRA. Because if me talk, she will say me a labor right. Tell her. They not behave like Riser. Me have to call you Riser because you behave like Riser. But Michelle tell you.
No, but Princess Ariza, man. Princess Ariza, man.
All right.
Princess Ariza, man. She has turned.
Me that's turned. I remember the party founded by Norman Washington Manley.
All right. Well, no bother with that. No bother with that. Michelle, tell her who for NaRRA.
No bother with what?
We no bother go down in the 1920s. Michelle, tell her who for NaRRA.
1920.
All right. Let Michelle tell you who for NaRRA.
You can't forget the past. I won't. Yeah, what is that? This about your temper. You can't tell me I know.
All right. Michelle, tell her who for NaRRA for me, please.
What a wonderful Jamaica.
You need to tell her.
All right. NaRRA is being funded, Liz, by some loans, right? Don't bother worry about that though, because yes, if as long as I'm a thief, Andrew thief the money, well I know, because una have a style where every time when you walk on the mouth about the Prime Minister, you say the Prime Minister a thief, right? Yes, in NaRRA money, I not thief the Prime Minister thief it. So nobody worry your head about that. Worry your head about the road you want to fix around your yard. Where Karen say you need to go make a member of parliament, go support NaRRA. You don't want the road fixed around there.
Is that JLP councillor responsibility?
No man. But your MP voted against NaRRA.
It's a parochial road. It is now the purview. It has been
Liz, your MP vote against NaRRA. Your constituency now go get no development. Your constituency now get no development. You don't want a development round the Liz. How wickedness that?
Look here, the Prime Minister has really developed. The Prime Minister has really dealt with development.
He has. Yes. Oh, wait, the rewind. No, sir, you're too...
Labor Party Martina.
No, Liz, hold on. Liz.
Them really deal with development.
Liz, you saw you're wicked. May I tell you, say...
$1.5 billion.
All right, Liz, you can't stop that now. You can't stop that now.
Yeah. No, man. Make she keep talking.
No.
Make she keep talking, man.
You know why?
This is her therapy. At least she get therapy.
No, you know.
At least she get therapy.
We don't have no opposition. We don't have no opposition to Manley Party I get stifled. We don't have no opposition to Peter Phillips tell me during the 2020 campaign up to fame time at $20 billion MTF.
Liz, hold on, Liz, hold on. Liz, you know why I say if I stop that now?
You ever hear about a man named Jordash?
Well, Anna Michelle, let me say that one thing, yeah. You know why?
No, she's making a point about Andrew Horn is coming from a position where he was student loan and know him have a house value how much $1 billion. I'm asking you,
Have you ever heard about a man named Jordash? That man arrived in the United States with how much money then? Say him have in his pocket?
$2.
$13.
Something like so.
And when he was 11 years old, he make a shirt and sold it for $1. And he built an empire out of that. Right? Now, Andrew Wallace is a politician all in life, but he also do business. So to say that because a man start out poor, he can become rich. You know, not at all.
Then what? But Liz not talk about Mark Finstock money. But make we leave that alone. Liz said at the end of her statement, where she just kept going off and wouldn't stop. She couldn't stop because she know anyhow she stopped. Wait no. She couldn't stop Karen because she knows that if she stop, me gonna make she repeat what she just said to the Jamaican people them over here. Liz just said that she not gonna tell her like Andrew Holness develop the country. We know why you're not more fire for the rest of the night, you know, Liz. Jesus have mercy for we over here tonight. Liz, you're wicked like the risers them. Top of eyes, Liz.
Him come from a student loan.
Liz, where you say can't rub out? Where you say can't rub out? My goal enough. Look here, my goal enough more money than Andrew.
We do not have any opposition, but as the Labourite woman say, people at time when we wake up now.
Let me ask you a question, Liz. Hold on there, Liz. Look here. Mark Golden parents and Mark Golden they come to Jamaica with money?
Me not talk about Mark Golden.
Hear ya. No, sir. Murder Phyllis. Murder Phyllis. No. Murder Phyllis. No.
We not talk about Mark Golden. Mark Golden and nobody.
Liz.
Mark Golden is not even a good smelling English. Mark Golden are English trash.
Liz, you can't. Wait no. So you want to about Andrew? Or you want to about Andrew?
Andrew not Jamaican born person.
All right.
I'm the prime minister for the country, so I have the right to talk about him.
All right, hold on there.
So you don't understand Liz's argument. It's simple. A poor man becoming prime minister must leave back as a poor man. That's why he must leave back as a poor man. He must be rich. He must be rich.
Not even thief in PG and a rich like him. And PG and thief no rascal too. And I him advise the guy him tell him to put up the pension. Take the raise up here. Cause the same pension money him go get.
Liz, all right, Liz, make we continue with the program now. Cause you get from bad to worse, you know. You are get from bad to worse over here because hold on there. Mark Golden and him family don't come to Jamaica with no money. Well, Anna, Liz, Mark Golden and him family them not come to Jamaica with no money. And right now, Mark Golden have billions of dollars off of FinSac, right? You don't want to talk about Mark Golden money, but you want to talk about Andrew money. I say Andrew was student loan. What happened to that?
Me have no interest in a Mark Golden because
we have interest in him.
Princess says she not interested in English, man. She interested into Andrew. She telling us something.
That's right.
He might lead the country and we in a serious social, political, economic and cultural situation. What is NaRRA? NaRRA. What is NaRRA? 2. Who is financing NaRRA really?
Liz, stop right there, so. Stop right there. So stop from hijack a program like on a hijack PNP. You and the risers them hijack PNP.
She can't deter me off of my line of thinking because I am a political mind. So I want to ask the Prime Minister
is what is NaRRA?
The JNT
who is financing NaRRA?
The Jamaican government, the JLP government is a government of acronym. Oh, that's
All right, here one now. All right, Liz, tap your eyes now. Tap your eyes now. Wait, no man, Liz. All right, Liz, you get your 5 minutes. You get your 5 minutes. Make we get our 5 minutes now. People. Hold on, give me a second.
Labor Party marching on.
All right, Liz, hold on there. Liz, women, hold on there now.
Everything will flow in
Liz. Liz. No man, something change. You know what I say? A month now. Wait, no, a month now. Me not talk to Liz. Me never know say Liz get madder than before, you know. The madness take Liz. All right, Liz. All right, Liz, get your 5 minutes of fame. Enough is enough. Enough is damn well enough. Stop right there so now. I know me have to start going bad over here, so you know. Here one now. Liz. No, enough. No, Look here, enough is enough. Liz just basically show we say the same talking point where she use are the same brain problem rise as them have. Make we just leave Liz alone right there, so which part she there. All right?
They want therapy, but at least she get therapy.
You have to run from me, leave me.
You ever see me run from nobody yet?
You stay, man. No, man. We want you to stay.
Liz, I never afraid. I don't know where you talk about run.
You want to run?
No, me I tell you to tap your eyes. And make you go on with the program. Because you're wicked, you know. You are wicked, you know, Liz. Imagine, because you come over here, you're a woman, you watch news every day and read newspaper every day, and you come over here, come like say.
I know me I watch latest versus.
All right.
Okay.
So how the hell you come over here and pretend like you don't know what is NaRRA?
Me don't know what is NaRRA.
Where's Michelle?
Billions more the Prime Minister get to take control of Kabwai.
Go on back over risers, then go back then let you in a PNP. That risers.
She need an explanation. She need a class as to what is NaRRA. But she don't need no class as to what is NaRRA. She knows exactly what NaRRA is. But she picking up a talking point from the risers them for people to go ask what is NaRRA, who's financing NaRRA. It's the risers talking point them.
I wonder if Liz take a risers their money. You think she take risers their money?
I don't know if she take them money, but I know she have them talking points.
Okay.
Which talking point that them have? Come to think of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What
the talking point is Princess about. I feel them argument she put forward.
Karen, when she come,
our general secretary. I feel them argument she put forward.
Karen, when she come around there tomorrow.
Local news, you know, don't listen to local news and don't watch local programs. Not know what's going on in the country.
Are you alone now? Are you alone now?
Watching news, me listen to this, me listen to that. We talk to the people in the corner around the room.
Karen, when she come around there tomorrow, call the Bellevue people and make them lay waiter and joke her.
Now you must understand something now. She's not allowed to come here every day as she used to. She have to get we have to time her. She have to come in timing because we can't manage it.
Okay.
We can't manage the delusions and the empty arguments and the conspiracy theories. So it's that there are days when she can't come.
So like how she go answer tonight, she'll come around there tomorrow?
Yeah, man, she'll come for ice cream.
Oh.
I renovate my shop.
Good luck.
This year is the 10th. This is the 10th anniversary. This year is the 10th anniversary of my ice cream shop.
Okay, that's nice.
So, July. So I paid. So from week I painting and doing some little things in it to make it look proper. So I can have a proper 10th anniversary thing on July 11th.
So anybody in the area, the people in Panichat, anybody in a current area, want to go around at the ice cream shop tomorrow, Bring on the kids, bring on the grand.
Hey, stop that. July 11th.
July 11th, I'm sorry.
Tomorrow. That's what I tell us. I said July 1, Princess. I said tomorrow. Princess, I get off.
No, man. July 11th, man. But,
July 11th, okay.
Everybody in the community know Princess and them know she quack. So, you know.
Oh, see the phone cut her off. They make you stay off, yeah, man.
No, why? As she cut off, I said, no, man, we don't want her to come back. What, I just stay?
No, I don't know what, but me not think. But anyway, people, July 11th, I want to make sure so the go run a Karen place and go support our 10th anniversary. Now, Karen, this thing here, because a whole heap of people are reach out to me now, and I say, if we not go up on the road for show, if we go educate and talk to the people.
I don't know about Uno. I know I am going on the road.
Okay,
Hey,
all right.
I need protection.
I know that I am going on the road. I don't know about the woman, the Uno thing.
When me say Uno, I'm talking
So
about
yeah,
you.
Natalee, me a hear.
Yes, so the people them must say, that those in the disaster area especially, they have no clue how the PNP them voted or did not vote. I was told actually that one of the females down in Hanover, PNP MP, that she left the parliament and didn't even bother to vote. So I said, why would you even bother to go and not vote? How does that make sense? So when you see them come out about say they want more school bus, they want this, they want that. How them feel say they want and then they not participate and doing so constructively to help their own people.
But she probably never say, I first time MP, you know, so she probably never knows say to the text along the parliament and she must have been going home. But it's at the end of the day.
I think a Perkis.
Where is Princess? Natalee, are you push her Princess?
No, me push her off.
Ah.
I think she probably had some connection problem.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's 50 mark. Boy, I'm gonna tell the mistake where the man they make you see the man when the last after them went through the committee and then voted on it clause by clause and it was passed with 20 amendments. They then had the third reading of the bill. Once you have the third reading of the bill, and then they say all in favor aye and blah blah blah. That is it. Means that it is passed in the lower house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not voting when you know say not have the people on field side and this is at the labor right them over there. Why the hell did he call for a divide? Now, one of the reasons, one strategy you use to call for a divide simply mean make we call everybody near one by one and then say how them vote.
Yeah.
You know, it is possible. I don't know how it makes sense, but it is possible that you call a divide when an issue is controversial and you want everybody to know how everybody votes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I would think that calling a divide and voting against the bill, saying no against the bill, is and the thing succeed. It will look bad for you because now everybody now knows the record is there that you said no. Michael Phillips, no. Mark Golding, no. I want you understanding.
Yeah.
They all voted against it, yeah.
Every last one of them. Lord God.
No, there were only 15 in the house at the time, but the others that left, right? They were voting against it every time they called for a divide. And every minute Mark will not call for a divide. Fun this issue or that the issue. Them all said no.
No, me asking a question before me forget. Karen, you maybe can answer that one here. Do you believe that the Jamaica Labour Party is responding to the PNP's no vote and no support of NaRRA properly? Because I think them need to load it up and make the country know. Honestly, this is the most important bill in Andrew Holness administration over the time he's been there. Right?
I think now that it has passed the Senate, they might start to rock it up a little bit.
They need to.
They can't not. They have to try and rock it up a little bit now that it has passed the Senate. Some of them have to go there and sell it. They can't sit down and assume that because it passed, it's going to be a smooth road. But they have to go sell it.
Not just
them have to go sell it.
Okay,
and,
so
and I think they know so them have to go sell it.
Me not talk about the selling part of it, Karen. Them have to sell it. We know that. Me talk about say the fact that
But selling
selling it is the rebutting the PNP argument. It's selling it.
No, I'm talking about letting the people know that the PNP absolutely did not support it, and how bad that is.
They are not going to be effective in that argument. The Jamaica Labour Party and its
Me no look on politics, so me think that the people them feel educated. I know.
Yeah, but coming from them, it might not be so easy. They can use it in them talking points 1 or 2 times, but it cannot be a well, I don't know. I don't know, but I don't think that they themselves can drum that. They need other people to drum that. But whenever they get an opportunity, they should say it.
So what about like?
So every time a minister speaks about something to do with it, it will simply remind people wherever he's speaking from. So if Mr. Chang go down to St. James and talking about it, Mr. Chang must remind St. James that the South St. James PNP member of Parliament voted against it.
Every member of Parliament for talk so.
And if Bobby Montague go speak somewhere in St. Mary about it, he must remind St. Mary that the member of Parliament voted against it.
Every MP for talk it. Every MP for talk it.
Every time them get an opportunity to talk, them should insert it. It should be part of them talking points.
One of our subscribers said, one of our subscribers said town hall meetings are needed. That's a good place to go and tell the people. Me strongly believe in educating the people. I strongly believe in it.
I will suggest ladies and warriors that the most important thing for the Jamaica Labour Party to do right now is anticipate the risers and strategize how they're going to deal. Because the next step, you saw that they voted against the bill. If they had the power, or if they had the numbers in the parliament to stop the bill from pass, it would not pass. And that money that we got from the World Bank and from other people, the $6 billion that sit on the same place, not doing nothing. Because that is their aim. They don't want the government to be able to do anything. They want the government to be hamstrung with all these various entities will hold up everything them for a year and a half and all and something, so that they can say the government not doing nothing.
So when you say the government must anticipate the risers, then what?
So the instant, first of all, them going to them have somebody eat what they call it something them jamrock, and then put a head of jamrock, and I believe that it sounds as if the young lady named Tim or 10, however her name is, must have criticized the man, right? I didn't hear what she said, but from the instant and them start to hire somebody, the CEO, the risers will be at it, and they'll be at it at every turn. Right? Just was asking what now is why is NaRRA? I hear Lambert Brown say NaRRA not necessary, right? No,
preachers know what NaRRA. Preachers know what NaRRA is. We had a big discussion on Bishop yesterday about it. She had about four.
That's fine.
Others money.
No, NaRRA. Lambert Brown is saying that NaRRA is not necessary. Well, if NaRRA is not necessary, by what mechanism will the government be spending the $6.7 billion? That's what you need to tell us. What mechanism the government have in place? Because Outcome cannot spend that money. Then they're not set up for that. So who would spend the money?
Well, the establishment of NaRRA. I have no facts about this. I don't know if it is true. It is my own opinion. I think that the establishment of NaRRA also came out of suggestions, not only from Mr. Oldest himself, but I think suggestions came from both former Prime Minister Bruce Golding and former Prime Minister Patterson.
Oh, that's interesting.
There was after Melissa, Prime Minister Oldest did engage the two former prime ministers, engage in their wealth of knowledge and experience in dealing with matters like this, and he did have discussions with them, and they were on board doing some things. I am pretty much sold on the idea, don't know it for fact or truth, that both those former prime ministers contributed to that, and since PJ have a wealth of knowledge of dealing with
hurricane, after hurricane rebuilding or something to that effect. I mean, he would have imparted some knowledge and understanding and information and experience to Prime Minister Holness as well as Mr. Golding.
Based upon what they were saying in the parliament, they went and studied other places like Puerto Rico and China and all the people that had disaster. There is no mechanism. Remember that everything about the government.
No. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. You saying that based upon what they are saying that they went and studied. You're not negating the argument that the two former prime ministers could have been involved.
No, people were telling them that they need to sit up, and they had the one that PJ set up, right, and so on.
No. I am not going. No, Michelle. You stop now. Just stop. You're right. Them look at other places, but you're coming with that to either kill the argument that the two former prime ministers may have been included in the discussions on the way forward.
But they were given idea not to be fair enough.
Yes, they were, because Mr. Holness did have discussions with them, went and visit them and give them charge with some responsibility. I don't remember what it was. Even if I knew what it was at the beginning, much more to remember what it was.
They had dialogue.
We had discussion. And I am inclined. No, Michelle, no, don't stop it. I am inclined to repeat. No. I don't care about. I really don't care about the fight.
Hold on, them. Then Liz Ghana on still a war.
Let me be clear again. I am saying I have no proof. There is no fact. I don't know for certain, but I believe that both former prime ministers, Bruce Golding and PJ Patterson, were involved in discussions with the Prime Minister as to the way forward in the reconstruction efforts. I believe that.
That's correct. I am not talking about who is involved. I am merely saying that government as it's presently structured, right? The government is operating on a budget, and you have the various elements of government that has to be financed. There is no mechanism that is in place to spend the $6.7 billion. So when Lambert Brown is saying that NaRRA was not necessary, they should give the money to what is the name again? The one with Vin Lawrence was head up. Right here. Jesus.
UDC?
Yeah, give the money to UDC. How UDC going to spend that money?
Hey, judgment.
No, UDC. I could be a criminality that you're talking about. So maybe Lambert Brown want the criminality. You see, but we must not end this program without highlighting that one, we have to make sure the people who voted for these guys know that them voted against the bill. But two, and equally important, is that we have to make people understand that what bothering them is the money. That's what bothering them the most. That them don't believe. That they don't believe that NaRRA is good. That they don't believe that it could serve good purposes in communities and areas, as it says. It's not that. It's the money. It's who's spending it. And what are going to do, and them now going to have them fingers in it.
How much market say them want? Market say 50 million each, don't it?
But I want to ask you a question. I heard it said that they're going to put an opposition member in Jamrock. Was there a JLP or any political member in EPOC?
Me no know, but look here. They go sabotage it, you know.
Opposition member in what?
If you go sabotage it.
In Jamrock.
No, where
Me dear.
If it is supposed to be a body, that is neutral, why are they going to have a JLP member in Jamrock too? Why they not a member of the opposition or somebody that them recommend, I suppose. Why would you do that?
Me no know. Maybe it's a suggestion from, you know.
No, it's not a suggestion. The prime minister said that somebody from the opposition went beyond it, since into that effect. And I'm trying to figure out if EPOC had any political figure in it.
Me not remember if EPOC could have no political person in it. But me not know. I mean, like I was saying yesterday, right? We have the Public Accounts Committee, we have the Auditor General. When they talk about there's no guardrail and there's no accountability.
Pure foolishness.
Me know say I lie them a tell, and that's why the people them.
None of this garbage, just garbage.
Because there's no
Them a behave like say the government can just come in and automatically remove the Attorney General, not the Attorney General, sorry, the Auditor General's powers that she has and her office, and just run away the Public Accounts Committee. What them a talk about? What them a try to tell the people them say Jamaica just one country where free for all? No, not free for all.
There's no law that existing that is disturbed. Them talking about something about some I don't know, for some public sector where them look on contract and determine whether it's valid for money. All that unnecessary. A private company that them claim, private companies that they claim is the most efficient businesses. They don't have the kind of rigmarole where them put handcuff where them put on government workers, you know. They don't have any procurement department where that obliges them that when them going to bid for a elevator, they need to do this. They don't have that. Them simply call up who them want. They want the Otis elevator. That's it. They call. And there's only one contractor. Them contact them, they give them a quote, and that's it. And get an elevator, and that decision can be made in once I get the quotation and I know how much money they're going to spend. That's it. Now, one thing I want to make about
well on there's a jump pack is well on now something I tell you. There's a EPOC is sorry, not EPOC. There's a jam rock is EPOC.
It's not EPOC, it's similar. It's a similar role that they will play.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that so a private company can make a decision in days, right? In a government now, then put on this whole handcuff on the government now, talk about them say to do this and do that, all because there are some people that feel so that them should people connected and in government and never get the work and then me get none. So in order to make sure that me get something, you put me whole handcuff on them and then go through all this rigmarole process.
Why?
Now, so because of that, the government is grossly inefficient. And when they set up NaRRA, you have all of the government departments. When you're going to do a subdivision, I think it's more than 5 lots. And there's a certain amount. Hold on a minute. I have sitting on the fire, I cook. And then
You're this a dope here, no? So who cooks so later? Are you serious?
Yes, she does. Yes.
I want to eat when I'm hungry.
They ain't afraid of opinion with you that them time of night, yeah?
So what we're supposed to be now, for the persons who are listening, is that it has to be, because the money is coming in to be spent, there's no mechanism in a government that can do that. So they have to set up something special. And I think, yes, a long time they've been telling the government that they need to set up something similar to a PG. They 6 months later, they're coming with that. But they know they're going to have a problem with getting the approval. So all they have done is to give NaRRA the power to set timetable. For example, and I know them can't do it arbitrarily, otherwise they're never going to get nothing done. And I'm almost certain that they're stepping in order will never happen. Because once them sit down with the government entity, whether it's the municipal corporation or the NEPA, and all them people ask them how long them all take to come, and then work out something. They will go put on it by such and such a date, by June 15, that is when the decision must be made. Right? And what it does, it lock in the government entity to produce the decision by that time. So I'm going to put the resources that is necessary into it. And if they need more resources, they can apply for more resources to get people. And they can always have private people coming from after on their behalf. So I'm sure all that will work out. So that is what they're doing. They want to have control over the approval process. They're not saying that the people can approve or they're going to overrule them approval. I mean, we already see what happened when apparently the Prime Minister overruled NEPA and go give a permit to to this entity with a Bengal thing, and then it court ruled against it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that won't happen. So that is all that NEPA is.
Mm-hmm.
So the PNP now is trying to make NEPA into something else. Now, the point that I was making about the board, no CEO, especially a corporate body, they're going to have a limit as to how much a CEO can approve. And it's going to be X amount. Outside of that X amount, once the contract is bigger than that, you have to go to board. And there are some contracts, some amount of money where the board has to send it forward to the cabinet for approval. What has happened now is that they have removed the board. So the CEO will be able to approve contracts below a certain amount. And then above a certain amount, it probably go to the Prime Minister or go straight to the cabinet for approval. Now, NaRRA says that the CEO cannot implement any projects. So even if you have a list of projects,
Right.
he cannot implement none without cabinet approval.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and then the expenditure. No, they should ask about the expenditure money. Is the CEO alone name going to be on these things, or the CEO and somebody else? Because you're bound to have a financial controller. And you're going to have heads of other departments in the unit. So maybe it's the CEO approve a certain amount. That is what they should be asking about. When it comes to approval, what is he going to be allowed to approve? How much?
I
By
think,
himself.
wait, I think I have an electronic copy of it, and I'm going to be sure to read the whole thing tonight. It was sent to me.
Why is that?
No, that detail will not. No, that detail will not be in it. Because
No, man, I saw it in a summary. It's in the summary.
Michelle,
yes.
Michelle,
Uh-huh.
are you saying that there must be specific as to how much the CEO or the Prime Minister can? What are you saying? I don't get what you mean, how much he can.
No, I'm not talking about the bill now. I'm talking about the operation. When NaRRA comes into operation, not the bill. At the bill stage now, the bill is going to have what the bill have. But after the bill,
how much they can approve for a project? But that's about
right. Yeah, that is when NaRRA set up now, you know.
Yeah,
and then
and how much the CEO individually
can approve.
But the CEO, while will be the CEO of NaRRA, that will mean him is him or her is a single entity. There must be engineers and people like that and
the reason why
engineers, social workers, engineers.
No, them can't sign contract with the CEO.
No, they can't. But the reason what I'm trying to get from you. What I'm trying to get from you is you ask the question, how much can he sign off? And I'm trying to make the case that there must be other people.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
will he have the? But will they have the power to be involved in the signing off and certain amount of project or what? That's what I'm trying to get from you.
Hold on, the ladies.
The reason why I brought it up was because they're talking about the board and the fact that there is no board. That's the reason why I'm bringing that up, to show that.
Okay.
Yeah, understand? So without the board, that's not being board. Right. The next concern is whether or not the CEO, how much can he sign off on and so on. I mean, I'm just explaining there's going to be a limit to what he can sign off on. Right? And then it just suddenly occurred to me that I'm going to him alone. But the financial controller and him can sign off. But once I'm giving him permission, or it may be that everything before him sign it, it has to go to the minister. It depends on how them set it up. So it's having a board is not a big deal.
Well, on the ladies, let me just play this real quick for the audience.
Oh, no, it's unusual.
I looked in the other place,
Hold on.
and the results came out. We were informed as a listening public that all opposition voted against the bill. All opposition. And I said to myself, is there short-sightedness? Or is just bad mind? With the expectation of what is to come. Mr. President, what I want to find out from those persons in the other place who voted against the bill, was whether they had consultation with their constituents.
All right. What me say? Now that me say over here, say they go to the people them and tell them, explain to them the bill and tell them how they vote. Did they consult with them? Did the people tell them for God you go vote against it? Want to see how important it is to educate the people? Well, I'm finish play this.
For casting the vote, Mr. President. Mr. President, how many town hall meetings or community meetings did they have before they
Who is that
came here?
speaking?
That me a talk about Mr. Sinclair
Who
and
is
the
that speaking?
Sinclair and the Senate this today.
Okay. Yesterday.
Debate.
Sorry, yesterday.
And I heard Senator Tomlinson say right off the bat, they are voting against the bill on that side. That's what he has said. How many consultations have they had? Mr. President, if those answers are not provided with specifics and independent proof, it is my considered position that the opposition is mere politicking. Yeah.
Me not have to play no more of this. Guys, don't wanna hear me talk over here, say. When the Jamaican people them have representatives who say them a got parliament go represent the people, if there's a bill before the house, the representatives should consult and meet with the people and make them know, say this in front of the house, what do you think about it? Politics used to be like that, you know. Nobody no send them go vote, no, you know. Then go vote for
That's
themselves.
why when you hear them asking, like Princess is asking, what is NaRRA? They don't really want an answer to it, you know. They just want it to be a sticking point. And they really don't want the answer to it. They're not asking you to get an answer. Because based on the discussion that I was witnessing with Princess and some PNP and laborers out of my shop there yesterday, she don't want an answer.
Me know.
Yeah, she don't want no answer. She just wants to continue to say that. And that was what they will say to her. But there's another thing, you know, because this is purely politics for me. And not so much anything else, this whole NaRRA thing. It's development for Jamaica.
Michelle, mute.
But it boils on to pure politics for me. Is that the government, remember we were talking earlier, that the government must, in every speech, every minister makes, every minister of state, in every utterance, they should use the words that your member of parliament voted against the bill.
Right.
The member of parliament for this constituency, which I'm standing in speaking from, voted against the bill. The member of parliament for this constituency, which I am speaking in with you now, did not bring this bill to you, did not discuss it with you, did not tell you what's in it for you. I know it's going to help you, but they voted against the bill. I wanted to put that part in it, based on what Sinclair is saying, in that members of parliament usually take matters to them constituents.
Yes, that's how it should be. Consultation.
And that, yeah.
The man them got parliament go vote for themselves and yeah, first we see this, you know. The man them go vote for themselves and then no vote for you. Think say if them they call a meeting, roadside meeting, town hall meeting, however you want to put it, if they had called a meeting with their constituents and sit them in a room, make us say 100 people, especially in the disaster era, and they say to the people, listen, there's this bill, and they speak to the people honestly. There's this bill before the house, you know, them call it NaRRA. Explain it to them in an elementary language, because you know not everybody have the big education also. So you explain to them what in the bill and the infrastructure, your schools, your hospitals, your roads, whatever. Uno honestly think, say the Jamaican people, them, whether them be PNP, JLP or no P, would I tell them, say, if they go vote against that? Them forget exposed, man. God no.
Yeah, and the government in its target but must also call them out to make them go explain what it is to them people. Let's see if they read it.
Well, they're not gonna
Let's
do
see
it.
if them actually know what it is. Because that could be a test, because I am pretty convinced that some of them don't know what it is, you know.
No, they don't know,
So
because nobody not tell them.
No, I am pretty convinced that they don't know what's in it and what's it for them just going there. I know that Budgie know what it is, and I know that Mark Bowley know what it is. I don't know if the rest of them know what it is.
Oh, you talk about the MP them?
Yeah, man. The 28 clowns.
Oh God,
Let me
Karen.
tell you what
Oh
I'm
God,
talking
man.
about.
Oh God, man.
Mark Bowley know what's in it. Peter Bunty know what's in it. Isaac Buchanan know what's in it. Nobody doesn't know what's in it.
Well, and they're talking about Isaac Buchanan. Oh, me never really listen to Fim something there in the parliament, but does anybody know how he argued? Me know Daz make one heap of noise. I turned it off because he was so loud. But
Yeah, Daz is a rubber Rosa.
No, I think Isaac Buchanan asked for a definition of one of the words. And I think he got it.
okay.
He got them, to define.
Yeah.
I don't think him and him spend. I don't know what else him spend. He couldn't spend him whole time. I talk about that, but I didn't hear what else him said.
But what I am talking about, who I believe know what's in the bill.
Mr. Karen, I want to see 100 people in a 100 t-shirt with some words go cross it say NaRRA and go in at the constituency them. Go tell the people them and show the people them the list of names and how the people voted. If we don't educate the people them, they're not going to know anything. And them risers are going to come with them samfire and tricky people them again. And the people them don't know. Them have to know. Them have to know.
Yeah.
Well, what you need to know is that without there being an organization like a NaRRA or whatever you call it, the money cannot be spent. It's as simple as that.
That is it.
Right? And what clearly Mark Bowling was doing in the lower house, he was trying to delay, he was trying to put off the vote. In probably was trying to put it off to maybe another day. And then they would say that short notice and put it off for the next week and then try and see. In other words, they couldn't stop it. All they were voting on now is whether or not they must read the bill for the third time, and then it become passing of this. And he asked for a divide, right? 31 JLP MPs were there, and it was 31 from the very beginning, maybe 32 at one point. And only 15 PMP out of the 27. So it meant that 12 of them went to them yard.
I'm asking them at the yard or what?
No, then probably say them have, me don't know. Then just get up and leave. But
Michelle, I must send them get sent
and
home.
some people didn't come. Some members of parliament wasn't there.
I build that important for somebody not to show up to vote on it. They have to.
About 12 or 13 of them wasn't there. It's about 12 of them wasn't there.
All of the PMP people were there. 27 of them was there earlier. So one person wasn't there. I don't know who that was. And for the JLP, them had 31 or 32.
All the risers were there.
All of them were there. 27 of them, because when they did the divide, the one at the time you had 31 or 32 said aye, and 27 said no. So them had 27.
Okay. There. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, ladies. The phone up on 5%. Do you guys want to say anything more to the audience over here? Phone of people, our people.
That is abrupt ending.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay.
All right, Michelle, hold on. Michelle.
But I should be putting out something tomorrow. Something very interesting that was said by one of the senators.
Watch ya. The phone, they didn't cut. Oh, my storage. I'm so sorry. Let me call them back before they come over here, come war with me. Say me cut off phone. No, I'm sorry. That was my storage.
I want to say, I will see. I hope you join me on Tuesday. I hope everybody on the platform join me this Tuesday. I'll be coming live. I've been live for 2 weeks now, so I'm coming live on Tuesday. So
okay.
Hope you all join me then.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, ladies.
Okay. Bye, warriors.
Yeah, man. Have a good night.
Sorry for sound like we were warring with one another.
Yeah, but we don't war.
Ooh, you don't want the woman come apologize for the war. You know war apologize. I would this carried. You can't war apologize.
Listen to me. I love Princess. Princess is my friend. But I am not. I don't want to be. I know some people like the excitement and have Princess on the program for the excitement and all of that. But Princess is not a rational mind.
Yeah,
and if you're going to have a serious...
Nothing wrong with that, man. You must have diversity.
It's not diversity.
Madness is not diversity.
It's not diversity. You can't have a discussion with her. That's the thing. You just can't. Because she come with an argument. What is NaRRA? Who is financing NaRRA? It's Marco Rubio. It's Marco Rubio instructing all this. It's Marco Rubio instructing all this. And the president said Cuba is next. 1 million Cubans march and say we will not surrender.
And the attack from Cuba going to be launched from Jamaica, so that's why.
You can't manage those things.
Make we put it like this. Make we put it like this.
Not logical thing.
In every group.
Princess is here talking. I'm gonna say Princess go in here. Can't manage more. Go on, go. Can't manage more.
Am I lying when I say this, ladies? In every group, among every group, there's at least one mad person tonight, don't it?
Well, look on your president. This time, hear the man make a post about Iran is bad. So like something else. I'll be moving on to
Hollywood. Every group have at least one mad person, but it was glad I know me. Or maybe it could be one of us next time, because some people they go on mad when I time them to you.
Well, Princess will tell you that she glad Golden is not prime minister, but Princess is deeply hurt that the PNP lost.
True?
Of course she is.
So, me not understand.
She glad Golden and a prime minister. Me glad he lose, but PNP should have win.
Don't you hear she say Andrew developed the country, don't it? When me tackle her, she said, but she never say so.
Oh, Jesus. My princess start in front of my face. Princess come around here and we eat breakfast. I make breakfast and me and Princess will sit down and eat. And we have a conversation. Princess says she's glad Mark Bowley lose. But glad they lose. But she know PMP should be in power. I'm a pause for a minute. Me pause for a minute with my oatmeal and me say, you eat up your breakfast because I go back upstairs.
Murder.
That's where you want inspiration. Therapy. That's where you got inspiration for the
therapy. Well, yes, you come here for therapy too, and you make shit talk. But sometimes it gets too much, I start getting a headache.
You know what say tomorrow me go ask her, me go say, Liz, tell me the truth. Don't you vote for Mark? Don't you vote for Mark and you don't want PNP win? You watch me and her tomorrow. Lord Jesus. There was a princess. You have the voting record. You vote for Mark. Come here.
It is quite. Listen, our experience and the war room is not compared to what we have to deal with. So I'm quite lucky and fortunate.
Jesus, peace. All right, good luck tomorrow. Come in, she'll come about tomorrow. You about tomorrow? She'll come tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, man. She's not tomorrow now, Mr. She'll come round tomorrow.
All right. Look a bit then.
All right. Have a great Mother's Day, all the ladies on the program, all the mothers, the Royalist mothers, the 411 mothers, and the JPU mothers. Stay safe. Don't eat too much. Don't drink too much. But enjoy yourselves. God bless you all.
All right. Thank you.
Join me on Tuesday.
Yeah, man. Lord Jesus, I'm tired. Guys, miss soon in the comment, I cuss Liz and them. Not cuss her. Because guess what? Everybody above them different opinion. Even if it's delusional, our job is to correct the record. I want to say we try. Because we can't cuss Princess, we can't cuss her. So we have to just correct her. Okay? And for those of you who were here during the whole blow up, only that did hear, say you should say a 3.1. I only know a 3.1 a murder. So nobody never that tolerate no disinformation for Liz over here. I want to know nobody can survive over here with no disinformation. I mean, no shall listen, right? But Liz, you know you have to come correct over here. I mean, no care if you want to come labor right. Because so you at that a Sophia style stay. Anytime you hear nobody attack nothing we're truthful, and if it going at the favor of the Prime Minister, she said them a labor right. Well, me I say tonight, say, Liza Riser. I mean, no care. All right. Guys, thank you so much for your Mother's Day wishes. My daughter brought me this from work today, my love. Say, happy Mother's Day, Mom. You're the best mom in the world. So, me get one look on Mother's Day something. And these are real flowers, These are real flowers, and you see it in the nice thing and so. So, The one child when my biologically mother, she remember me today. Not too bad. Life not too bad with me, don't it? Yes. So for those of you ladies in the chat, whether you are biological mothers, whether you help mother somebody, you adopt somebody, or you're a community person, or a person in your family, who mothered, whether your kids them grow up and gone, or you raise your grandchildren them, or you have played that most important role in somebody's life. Happy Mother's Day when it comes. So the people them were intolerant of other people's opinion, whether you like it or not. We have to listen, We are talking, but we have to listen and we have to correct. Adjust to life go. That's just how it works, right? I heard that Senator Morgan was over here in the chat. Senator Morgan, big up yourself. I agree. I saw some bits and pieces of the Senate, and I have to commend the men and women in the Senate who gave us an opportunity to peacefully listen to the Senate proceeding and the NaRRA debate. Okay? It was good. And a special shout out to Senator Sinclair. I totally agree when he said that. And uno was stay tuned over here and listen to my uploads and what I've been saying about this NaRRA bill. Is that it's so important, whether it's NaRRA bill or any bill that is before the House. The people, they have to know, they must know what is before the House so that they can talk with their representatives who will go to Parliament and represent them. Nowhere in a no book of member of parliament, you're supposed to go parliament and go vote on something where your people them not know about. You not tell them about it. You not explain it to them. That's not representation. That's you representing yourself. And that's not good politics. That's bad. And this is why I am saying to the people of Jamaica, all activists, everybody will care about Jamaica. Uno if you print up some t-shirt and put NaRRA on it. I'm say, uno go in a any community and talk to everybody. Uno on the bus in a taxi everywhere. Talk to people, them and make them know, say, the NaRRA bill was put before the parliament and not one opposition member voted for it. The people must know. But I say, that onus is mostly on the government because they are the ones who are going to have to face the electorate again, right? You don't start educating your people 1 month or 3 weeks before an election. You educate them constantly. You have to let the people know because I can bet my life savings that the people in these constituencies, they have no clue. They don't know. Same way like how this man come out and talk about may I beg the government to give us some money for fix road. And he knows saying go vote against something that is supposed to fix road. And him know say him not get no money in his hand for fix no road. And that's how it work in Jamaica. I gotta make you hear something what the Prime Minister say real quick before me lock off this. I think this is so important. We need to fix our curriculum in Jamaica so that people understand civics. That is how people are going to properly determine their future. Have a listen to this, guys. Hold on there.
About NaRRA. In the current debate about NaRRA, it is clear to me that we need to engage in more detailed conversations about the structure of government in our country. This is because of the absence of civics in our school curriculum. So the public in general, which, in any other society or in most societies, the ordinary person would not necessarily know the distinctions and these kinds of definitions. But at least there would be an element of the society that is well informed, that you would see that coming out in the press, you would see that in articles and statements and in commentary. But I find that much of what is published, much of what is said is absent of this kind of knowledge and detail for the average person to understand. Because in the absence of the information, all that there is speculation, and oftentimes it is unhelpful. I've always said this, we live in a world where there is an abundance of information, but very little knowledge. Because even people who I believe are well educated and should understand don't. And in fact, many of them will call me and say, but I hear the opposition say this, but I hear civil society say this, I hear this. And it could be, it is frustrating that people who should know better don't. And therefore, when we are communicating, we should never take it for granted that the audience already understands the foundational issues for them to actually form conclusions. So you will forgive my style of speaking can be excruciatingly detailed at times. So it doesn't make the news, it doesn't make for good sound bites. But if you listen, and I do have a small audience that pays close attention to what I say, I think I can deliver some, not just information, but a better perspective on what it is that the government is doing and what the government proposes. In the current debate,
That's all great, Prime Minister, and everything you said there is 100% true. The truth of the matter, though, is you alone cannot educate the population. You hear the Prime Minister say you have a small group who will listen and understand. So the thing now is, how do you and your government plan to educate the population and the people? Are we going to approach it from a reconstruction of our school curriculum where civics is concerned, or are people going to be hitting the ground and talking to people more? What about, we talk about the PNP MP them who oppose the bill, not going to their constituents to tell them that the bill was before the House, explain the bill and tell them how, the bill would help, and see what the people them tell them to do, right? Now, what about the government MPs? Did they consult with their people? Did they go to their people and explain to them and tell them, say, NaRRA is before the House, this is what it's going to do? And did they get the approval of their people? We have to engage the people. Even if you improve civic in schools, just because you're a member of parliament, means say you're more than or bigger than the people in a way that you cannot take a time out of your day, even if it's once a month, where I meet with your people them in a town hall and I talk to them, I tell them what's going on, ask them, listen to them and ask them what is their opinion. You know how close you would I bring the people to yourself if you start to engage with people. Not because you start wear jacket and tie every day, say you can't converse with the people them, This is one of the reasons why the voter apathy is low, and I talk all the time. So it will be a good thing when we start seeing members of parliament communicating with the people again. There was a time when members of parliament put on regular clothes and go in a town hall and sitting there and gatherings and talk to them people. We're not seeing something there again. Everybody both say now. That's not good. But the reason why you have so many who are either ignorant to NaRRA or not even know, say the member of parliament are vote for sit name NaRRA, is because we not educate the people them. Because I guarantee you, if the people were educated, all who go vote no, they wouldn't dare do it, number one. And number two, if they go do it, and the people them educated and know about it, hell would have broke loose in Jamaica. Because the people them would have find out, and they would have known. So this is the moment, and this is the opportunity for Jamaican politicians to engage their people and educate their people. Every single Jamaican should know what NaRRA is and how their representative voted. Every single Jamaican should know. Do you agree with that? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the war room tonight, even though war did over here. War broke over here. So I'll catch up with you guys on Monday. Take care of yourselves. I hope you have a good evening. And I saw somebody put out something, say the man who died, the revivalist man who died, Kukudu, say him family them a say they did not ask for any donations. So I think people out there are trying to raise money. I mean, there's so many opportunities for people to scam these days. So the family put out a statement saying that they're not begging any donation for him and for his funeral. So share the word. Anyway, thank you all again for joining, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Come back again week after next for another episode of the War Room. I'm not going to be here next weekend. Next weekend, I will be at the Integrity Children's Fund Gala and Ball, where Dr. Nigel Clark is going to be awarded for his foresight, as they call it, and his participation in Jamaica's economic disaster preparedness just in time for Hurricane Melissa. So you guys will see me live that day. Okay. So thank you again and have yourselves a good night.